Morning. Happy
morning.
Tuesday.
Yeah, Tuesday we're here. And just after the long weekend that gave us the hour.
Yeah, it's gone back an hour,
Yeah.
and then it's so much. We're in November
And that's
now.
my favorite one. I like getting that extra hour in the weekend, especially
Halloween.
if you're busy with kids, Halloween, everything like that.
And then, of course, it's Guy Fawkes in the UK coming up in a few days, so that's an exciting thing.
Yeah.
So a lot's going on. It's a special week this week, first of all.
Yeah, lots going on in November, right? And November is Financial Awareness Month.
It's a whole month.
It's a month.
Okay, all right.
And it's probably something we need to pay attention to all year long, but this is the focus in the financial world this month, as we've called it. We've taken this month for Financial Awareness Month.
It's good though, because if you set yourself up for one specific month, it's almost like you get a yearly reset.
Well, and I think that if they had to pick a time of the year for a financial awareness and diving into your finances, this would be the month. You know, like we said last time we visited, was that we're approaching that season where summer's over. Time to hunker down as a family again. You start all of those routines around school, and sports, and activities, all that kind of stuff. And I'm finding like we talked about the excitement of going back an hour too, but on Wednesday of last week we had the Bank of Canada.
Yes, great announcement.
They're following down with the bond yields and have pulled back their prime lending rate by another 0.25%. And so doing the math on that, it provides an extra $30,000 to $50,000 of purchasing power for buyers.
Yeah, so can we really break that down?
Yeah,
so a lot of people, I work with a lot of people that hear, great, there's been a rate announcement, they know that it's a generally good thing, but you just quantified it there really, really well.
Well, it's all about numbers, right?
Okay,
it matters. When I do pre-approvals for my clients, I get very detailed, and we get down to determine exactly what they can do and then adjust it to the exact property they're buying, because a lot of times it matters. People need to know what they can afford and work within their budgets and also be approved. So you do get detailed. So we break down all the numbers all the time, right? So of course, when we're at a point now where the rates are in the basically 3.6 to 3.89 in that area, and then there's some still a lot of mortgages are still going to be, a lot of mortgage types are going to be over the 4%, but just barely, like 4.14. Things like that. So it's a good time for cost of borrowing and getting into the market.
So historically, where are we at? Because quite a few people I work with have an idea of where we are historically at the moment. They look at the pandemic, they look at the crash in 08. There's these kind of lines. Back in the day, it was 2001 when there was a bit of turmoil. So where are we now, would you say?
Well, I don't want to speak for the realty side of things too much, but 2 years ago or 18 months ago, we had rates in the 6s. And now we're, like I said, in the 3s, and it's created more access for borrowers to get into the market, to make changes to their mortgages. All that bandwidth there is active now. And during that time, properties are coming on the market. They're priced properly. But I saw it already over the weekend. There's a lot of buyers that are anxious out there, and we're seeing multiple offers on things that are affordable.
So that's the summary. We'll be back in another fortnight. I will say we're closing in on the period now, early November, where a standard 6 weeks of closing a house will bring you to the Christmas period. There's a fortnight or so before we get there. But my phone's been ringing pretty hard.
Mine too.
Emails. I was almost getting ready for Christmas.
Exactly.
Well, if it's quiet,
don't buy a home on December 25th or anywhere in that week, actually. But it gets hard. There's not a lot of lawyers are going to be working, and it's a hard thing to close a transaction at that time of the year. But January's wide open. Just move it out and make it work for you too. And maybe, that's what we're for too.
100%.
Make things work. Right?
And maybe next week or in a fortnight we'll talk about things you can do off season, which is the time we'll be approaching. But that's it for us for now. It's the Tuesday tour day. We're all the page. We're going to join the meeting and hopefully go and visit lots of brand new listings. Thank you very much. Dean's handle is
mortgageminder.ca.
And mine is at Realtor William Stringer. I had to think about that myself.
at Realtor William Stringer.
On absolutely everything. All right, thank you. Have an absolutely wonderful week. Cheers.